That's one thing. This is considered an 80% efficient boiler.
Okay.
So it's a very good boiler.
Okay.
Very good boiler. And the sad thing is, never get used.
Yeah.
Never get used because you're on. Well, here's the off peak. Now the off peak is they have never taken anybody up off peak.
Yeah.
If you're using it for off peak with Cap Electric, they've
Yeah.
never controlled you ever. They have never backed out any appliance and
Uh huh.
contacted you and said, yeah, we got an emergency and we got to take all of our power back or whatever. They've never done it.
Uh huh.
I mean,
Okay.
that's the blessing of having the boiler, the power plants in our backyard.
Yeah. Okay. So the boiler. This is not. This is not the
This
geothermal unit, is it? The geo. There's
no,
geothermal.
no. There's a air-to-air exchanger.
Okay.
That's the heat pump that's outside.
Okay.
Okay, right now, that's if you turn the heat on, that's what's going to work.
Okay.
Not not the furnace.
Oh.
Not the
Okay.
electric furnace. Think of the furnace as an electric blow dryer.
Right.
Okay, that only works when it's down below 20 degrees, 22 degrees. Then that
Then that kicks
works.
in. Okay.
And it kicks in stages. It depends on what you're asking for. If you're asking for, if you're turning it up a degree or two, it just comes on and stages whatever it might need to bring it up.
Okay.
Okay. If you're coming home and it's 60 degrees in here and you're turning it up to 72 degrees, it's going to bring it up in different phases that it's going to use as much of that as it can. And if it's 40 degrees out, it will use the, this too, the
Okay.
heat pump. It will use them both
Okay.
together,
Yeah. Okay.
you see, to make this thing happen.
Yeah.
Now, they are members of Capital Electric, so they have to give you all the profits that Capital Electric does not, you know, they have to give it back to the members.
Right.
They owe me thousands of dollars having been with Capital Electric over at the other house. And some people don't scoff at a $500 bill. I just like won't have
Yeah.
it.
For sure.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. So anyway,
So, uh,
so
the air-to-air
this is
exchanger is the geo because this is.
it's not
It's
geo.
not geo.
It's
Okay.
not
It's
geo.
because it doesn't go in the earth.
Geo
It goes
is
in
the
the earth.
loop in the ground.
Yeah.
That's that's ground.
Okay.
That's ground.
Right.
That's a groundwater
That's
source
geothermal. Yeah.
system. So you got to get that geo out of there.
Yeah. Yep.
It's an air-to-air exchanger.
Okay. Okay.
It's a heat pump. That's
Okay.
how you have to look at this. Is what it's doing is taking anytime it's above 22 or 24 degrees or whatever that number is,
I see.
it extracts heat from the air, and with the phenomena of taking a liquid and compressing it, it creates heat. This line takes and circulates fluid through it that heats up like a radiator for your car.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you look at your radiator of your car, it's got a massive AF coil thing that's in there, all aluminum.
And that.
That heats that up, and then the air, and then when that's going, it calls for the air blower to pull the air, so it's pulling the air through it.
Okay.
You
So the
see,
heat exchanger is different from the furnace,
the
but
furnace,
they both go back
they
there.
both go to that.
Okay.
They're both hooked
Okay.
to the same thing.
Okay.
But at one temperature, you have the geothermal, well, not the
The
geo, but
the exchanger.
the
Yeah.
air to air exchanger. You have that
And then
working.
when it gets dropped below, then this
When
kicks
you
in, and
go
they work
lower
together.
than like 25 degrees, then when it's 20 degrees, then it will be
That makes sense.
exclusively this thing because it won't work that way.
It'd be too cold.
Some places they have this design that this can go down to zero, below zero, up in Canada, an air to air exchanger.
Huh.
They claim that an air to air exchanger is 200% efficient, twice as efficient as using
Wow.
just the electric power. Okay. The thing with it is it does not heat up like a conventional house does. When you have a natural gas furnace at your house and you call for heat and you go turn that thermostat up and you're at 68 and you turn
Mm-hmm.
it to 62,
Mm-hmm.
you go take a thermometer and stick it in a register, you'll find out that that thing is at 120 degrees. You go to our registers here and turn this thing on, depending on how warm it is, like right now that it's in the 40s, it's probably going to go higher, but this thing's basically around 90 degrees that this can go up to when it's at 25
Okay.
outside. then it does this exchange from taking energy out of the air and then
Yeah.
transferring it into here, and then air is blowing through the coil, and it
Yeah.
exchanges it,
Okay.
and then it goes right back out to the loop, and it's just always continually doing things
Okay.
until it goes through and it frosts up, and it has to kind of like reverse itself,
Okay.
and then there's a period of time where it kind of like defrosts itself.
Okay.
Okay, that's a normal thing. When you see a bunch of ice and stuff underneath
Yeah.
that thing, it's not to worry about. It's part of the
That's part.
process.
Oh, okay.
The most efficient system is the geothermal.
But that's.
That is the holes
Yeah.
drilled in the ground.
Yeah.
That is the most efficient way to go
Yeah.
because you're only heating up from 52 degrees, which is
Right.
what is in the earth. You're only heating up the difference between 52 and
Instead of
72,
25. Yeah.
22, 20 degrees.
Yeah. Right.
And the same thing is that you've got 50 degrees when you run 52 degrees across your coils, and then you take 90-degree air across that, you see?
Yeah.
And I'm cooling my house.
Yeah.
If you ever build a house, build it with gel.
Hmm.
Just do it.
Yeah.
And do in floor heating,
Okay.
not the ductwork and all that.
Okay.
If this garage was all in floor, if this was all in floor, if this was right now,
Yeah.
this would be nothing to heat.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So I've actually built into my father-in-law's. We did run pipes down the side, the floor, heating the
Okay.
floor. We put the metal up there where it would, so the metal would conduct better
Right.
and take that water.
But you did that in the process of building.
You know, this
Or
is
you did it now.
retrofitting an old house. Yeah.
You did it just like this, where you
Yep.
run the loops this
Exactly.
way.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a
Well,
basement, so you could stand.
that's not as efficient as it would be if you would
Yeah.
do it the other way.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot.
So you're losing something.
But that's not really. Is that you could
That's
do
not no.
that's not necessarily
You can
geothermal.
just call that boiler heat.
Right.
Boiler, because
Right.
you can use a hot water heater.
Exactly.
For it.
Exactly.
You can use a boiler for
The
it.
geo's only when it goes to the ground and brings it up. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So I understand all that. This is a boiler. I'm
Yep.
not too familiar with boilers. So is it powered by natural gas or
LP.
electrical?
LP. This is LP outside.
Okay. Okay.
And then you have to have the electrical to run the fans. The fans run the boiler
Okay.
and to circulate the pump. It's not just thermal how it works, that it heats the temperature up and all of a sudden you have a check valve in there, and now the temperature's got to go somewhere and it can't go backwards, so it just starts pumping it. You have to have it, has to be able to pump it
Okay.
to something. Okay? Now the backup heat in this house, if everything fails in this house, everything, we're on a flood march again. As long as that tank is secured and it's not floating away, you go turn that button on up there, and when it doesn't light because there's no electricity here, you go down and you open the panel up, and there's a electric piezo push button just like on your grill. You light it, and there you got heat. You don't have anything blowing in there, but you got heat, and it's enough to keep this house from freezing.
Hmm.
It's enough to keep this house. We have not used the electric heat for 2 weeks now. I basically have been using just the propane and just letting the boiler do its thing, or not the boiler, the upstairs fireplace.
Okay.
I'm heating with that fireplace exclusively.
Yeah.
If you leave the room doors open, it might get a little chilly on the
Yeah.
farthest ones.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
so
So
that's very efficient.
so the heat. How does the heat come out of here and get into the house? Is that an exhaust pipe there?
That's exhaust. So that's
Okay.
exhaust going out. Okay. This would be either water
Heating
going in.
water.
This is either water going in. You have you've got a line. You got this line, this line. One is one is heating. So this is probably the heat. The heat. This goes over and it goes into a radiator that's in front of the A coil. You have the air blower that's in between the two, but you have another radiator that's just tied into this. It's the same thing as your heater core on your car, except for you're using a flame to heat water. Okay?
Yeah.
And we lit this thing off and we took it all the way up to where she went as far as it's set for a limit. It can't blow up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we couldn't get it to kick the fan on because we haven't lost power. This is all wired in for when you lose
Backup.
power. This
Okay.
is backup.
Only backup. Okay.
And with propane as cheap as it is, I want to make this my
Primary.
primary. I will use the air-to-air exchanger until it gets down below 25, and then I want to use this
This instead
exclusively.
of that. Yeah.
And instead of the hair blower
I
going,
see.
you know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but
I mean,
that has to get wired. That has to get rewired to do that.
Okay.
Somebody wired this in. All this business that's here, it's
Yeah.
all minus 10, minus 25. One's off. These are three thermocouples that come in right on the outside.
Yeah, you were
of
saying
this.
they couldn't figure out what that was.
These guys don't know what's going on there.
Well, what I've been telling these buyers, I said, it is just really good to have multiple different sources
Oh
of
yeah.
energy because if price goes up in one, you can use the other.
Do the other
And
one.
they
And
really
the thing that really gets me is that nobody's using wood here, and you're cutting trees all the time.
yeah right.
And you could get by half a year at least just by using wood
Yeah.
and have zero, nothing moving,
Okay.
nothing.
All right.
And heat's even hotter than any of this stuff.
Well, I'm glad I talked to you about this because he came down here and I was like, oh, he explained this all to me, but I was trying to think. I'm thinking of 5 different things at the same time. So
Yeah. Well, I got no problem when you got you guys over here. If they want me here
okay.
to talk to them,
Okay.
they're gonna have a heart to heart with me anyway,
Yeah.
because I'm the only one who knows anything about this system.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nagel couldn't tell me a damn thing about anything. It's just that I had to make up my mind if things worked or not.
Yeah.
Now Mark Stump comes over here, and once a year they fire this thing off. That means they put a lead across the thing here, and they fire this thing off. You watch it work, and then he goes about his business, charges him $80, $90, and he goes about his business. Okay, but it's never been
Yeah.
like officially turned on over there and all that business.
Yeah.
Now, the guy that you're going to deal with when whoever buys this house, they need to get a hold of Cap Electric, and they need to get a hold of this guy named Josh. Josh is the guy that deals with all the heating,
off-peak.
all the
Okay.
heating stuff,
Okay.
all the electrical.
Okay.
So he's the guy you want to get down here and
Okay.
talk to him at some
Okay.
point in time with different things.
Okay.
But anyway, it's all good stuff. I mean, this boiler, even though it's not high efficiency, with the little plastic tube going out of here, it's still really quite the boiler.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what you want to do when you're going to have your in-floor heating. It's more efficient than a water heater.
Yeah. So
And the water heater is electric, so it's not propane either.
so whether we're using the boiler or the air-to-air exchanger or the furnace,
the
they're
electric
all
furnace.
using. It's all getting pumped
It's all
over
going
there,
over to that unit.
and then the blower
The
still
blower
blows, still works.
distributes
No matter what you
distributes
use.
the energy.
Okay, I
That's
got
all
it.
it does.
So you would still need electricity for that to work, but you were saying something about you wouldn't. This thing would be able to stay on if
If they lose power,
if they lose power.
and this trips a relay that's
Right.
out in the garage, and see, I want somebody to come in here and I want them to change this. I want to wipe this all out, and I want to have it the other way around. I want to pick and choose what I want to use.
Okay.
I will say air exchanger
Sure.
down to 25.
Yeah.
At 20 degrees, I want it to be the boiler.
Yeah.
And I want that to be backup.
Yeah.
The electric furnace, you know, but that's just a matter of you getting somebody in here to do it.
Right. Right.
I mean, with the utility bills, and you see what we've done, we've cut their bills by 2/3.
What's your winter bill again? Did you say like $100 or was it
I think the electric bill these days is like $130.
130 for electric? Okay.
130.
Okay.
Yeah, like 130.
Can we go back up now?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Up. Anyway, you have to remember this is over here
Yep.
when you get here. And
Yeah.
if you do bring somebody down here, they need to really, really be careful.
Yep. I warned them.
You can split your head.
Yep. I warned them and I pointed out where the.
You can split your head. You want this closed now?
Yep. We're done.
Okay,
For
I'm
me.
just going to lean this up against there, because usually when I come out of here, this is how I do it. First of all, you got to kill the light.
Yep.
There we go.
I don't think I asked you where the drain field was and
The drain field goes straight out this direction. I don't know if this is audio or probably not.
That's not audio. Okay.
Okay.
This is the propane here, right?
That's
And then.
propane. That's 500-gallon tank. See that? See that?
Yep.
See that other one?
Okay. Oh, that's the top. Okay.
That's where the drain field is. It goes that direction.
Oh, okay.
It goes right straight toward that big old tree over there.
Okay.
So right underneath that nativity set there.
Okay.
Look at this cool effect of this
Yeah.
snow.
Yeah.
It's trying to like
Slide off.
plop off there.
Glacial.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if we can help it out here. Vibration. See,
Okay.
I usually get up and
This is that exchanger, right?
that's the
Okay.
exchanger right there.
Okay.
And you see there's probably ice or different things that are not underneath it. That's not bad,
Okay.
you know. But that's the air-to-air exchanger.
Okay. The couple that was here again today was asking about there's there must be a faucet on the opposite side of the house coming out, and he was talking about all the ice on there.
Oh, well,
Did you have any leaking that you know of? Okay.
I'd have to go look and see
Oh,
if there's anything
here, look at this
anything
picture.
turned off.
Look at this picture. Still recording here. Underneath in this bathroom here, we took a picture because he was worried about black mold, and I thought, I don't think that's black mold, but I don't know. I didn't want to make the call on that. Do you want to go down and look at that,
No.
or do you know
No,
what's going on there
whatever happened with this is something
in the past? Right?
I had nothing to do with it.
But
No, nothing's leaking here. Nothing. We had something that leaked over here before. The shower, there was water dripping out of where the drain is for the shower that we could see it underneath, and Nagel went and fixed that.
oh,
I'd say
before
no.
I moved in.
Paul's mold, no.
What I'd like to do, I want to put his mind.
Yeah.
So I was wondering. I mean, I've told him that we could do a home inspection, but that's what he should do, and just make it contingent on a home inspection, have this person get in there. But
Yeah. Well, I'm not.
so
People got to make sure that they know what they're doing
yeah,
when they're
yeah,
in here to buy anything.
yeah.
You got to turn the lights on too. It'd have been a lot better if I didn't do videos with lights on. You can have them come ready to shoot if you want.
Hey, he turned the lights back on, Damon.
Okay, good. I'm gonna come do a walkthrough
Okay.
one more time, and then I'm gonna set up just to get some panning shots of the kitchen, the living room, this room, and I think it'll be good.
Okay. Should I get,
Yep.
Oh, perfect.
I'm in the entryway here, so
Okay.
just hiding here.
Do that one more time.
Yeah, well, like I say, he's got a pretty unique shot coming in with that
Yeah.
fireplace going. So,
Yeah. Yeah. No, that looks
I
really nice.
went through that fireplace last weekend. I tore that thing apart.
Oh yeah.
Those guys, I tell you, people, I just can't believe how stupid people are.
Is there a thermostat on there? It doesn't automatically turn off after a certain temperature, does it?
Not turn off. It turns the fan on at a certain temperature, or turns the fan off at a certain temperature. There's a thermocouple on it.
Oh, okay.
Uh, there is, I don't know if there would be a limit switch on it. There's not a limit switch on anything. It's a matter of
Okay.
you can turn the flame up, you can turn the flame down, and you can turn the fan
Manually.
up,
Yeah,
and
I
you can
saw that.
turn the fan down. And then if you have to light it, there's just like a hot water heater. You would turn it a certain direction, hold the button in, and then you'd hit
Okay.
the snap start thing.
Okay.
But what happened with this thing?
Go ahead. You're fine.
This we could turn the lights on in here too. These are not.
And I think you know about this up here. They didn't bring it up again, but
Yeah, well, I'll bring in my scaffolding and I will get up there. I'll look at it. It's like, it's not that big a deal to me. It was that way.
yeah,
And I look at it and it's basically trim.
right, right,
It's just trim. So
right.
how long would they have that put up there?
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's,
You guys' house.
you're going to, I'm gonna have to put a, kind of a jack type thing in there and then do like orthodontic work on it, you know?
I wonder if you could just take it out, but maybe.
I would never take it out. I mean, it's a match for what they've done in here. That's a lot of work somebody did this.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like it's, you know, this is the cabin.
Yeah.
This is not supposed to be, you know, a $2 million home with cherry finished furniture. It's supposed to have that look to it.
Yeah.
Oh, let me turn this back on. Dragonflies. Everything on? I think so. I think that's about all you can get.
I just think it's
Anyway,
just really
these
pretty.
were 60-watt bulbs. Now they're hundreds.
Okay.
These were 60 watts. Those are hundreds. Those were all 60-watt bulbs. There's different ones that were compact fluorescent. They just had a mix match of anything.
Yeah.
All the outside lights, with the exception of the building over there, these are all LEDs. And then there are LEDs on the front. LEDs, instant light, 25 below zero, instant.
Yeah. Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah,
And
the LEDs are
they're
awesome.
nice and bright. I tore down the trellis that used to be here, and the trees where he's got his stuff. There was a tree on the other side of this thing, and there was a tree on this side of it.
Okay.
So you can back in and you can do things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody that's been here that's had to do anything that's been here in the past. What have you done? It's different. I can get out of here so much easier. How come? I said, because I cut down
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
60,000 pounds of two trees.
I know you.
That's why.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah.
And just remember when you are going to show the house, if somebody closes this, you don't even realize it's here. That will go through the screen door.
Ooh.
This house is nice in the summertime when you want to leave this open.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. They get some cross breeze.
Yeah. Well, you can open that one. You can open those two. You can open that.
Mm-hmm.
You can open the patio over in the master.
Mm-hmm.
Do anything you want.
No, when I show this, it is so cool because they just really like it. It's really.
Well, it's a house. It's a very unique. It's a very unique house, really.
Yeah.
I've never been in another one like it. To tell you the truth. I've been, you know, the closest thing to this is probably your 12th Street or your Southwark Junction house. It's got a little bit of architectural feature to it,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't have the views this thing
Mm-hmm.
got.
Mm-hmm.
It's not set up like this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this thing is.
Yeah.
I can sit in that chair. I can watch. I can just look over and look at the refinery. I like the refinery.
Yeah.
It's like you're watching a castle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're a Lord of the Rings guy, it's like Mount Doom.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Yep.
You know, just there it is. So.
Should I check on your kids? See if they go.
Yeah, I did just
I did.
a little
Okay.
bit ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to bring in some of my stuff and get up there. I've never even taken a board and just brought it up there. I should.
I'm just wondering if there's a.
Let me go get some. Let me go just get one.
You know
of my.
what? Could you put some trim on it?
No, I wouldn't have to trim on there. You want to get that back up
Yeah.
where it goes. But why is it off? Is it just because they did such a poor job of
Yeah.
attaching it? I have no idea how they attached it. Usually these beams are like this. That bottom beam and these the side beams would be mitered. So the side beam has a notch cut into it. That beam would go
Slip in
into
there.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Slips into it. But I have no idea how they tried to attach this.
Mm-hmm.
No idea. But I would know in a minute if I can go push that and I can push it and it goes up half that way just by pushing it with my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's just a minor thing. Remember, I own all the scaffolding and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I can do? I can make my own bolt and I can put it all the way through the ceiling and I can put a big nut on the top of it. And use it for a lightning rod up there.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Well, there's got in houses like this. There's usually space between that. There's usually like this, and then above it, it's a different pitch, right? And there's space.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Usually,
I mean, if you look at the skylight.
I can't tell.
Oh,
Just tell us to get the heck out of the way.
Yeah. Usually you can look at those skylights, but they're usually a piece of glass that's in there.
Right.
And then you can see exactly what the web is.
Yeah. This is a. I can't remember what they call them, like tunnels, like light tunnels or something like that. That's not
That
it.
thing is
Yeah.
a solar tube.
Solar tube. Okay.
That's a solar tube.
There you go. That sounds right.
I have the sheet from the company that put those in.
Oh, okay.
For those three, I think they charged them like, I don't know, it was $2,700 or $2,200.
Hmm.
They weren't cheap. But see, they did that before they ever did their re-roofed it. So when they re-roofed it,
Yeah.
then you know, it's not a retro thing.
I started thinking if they got if they did well from their insurance on the flood, it kind of seems like that is what gave them the ability to really improve it. I'm just reading between the lines here, but I don't know if that's true. But it seems like there's been a lot of updates since that flood.
They stuck a ton of money into this.
Yeah.
I mean, they stuck in it.
Because I think this is new, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Whole thing.
flooring.
Yeah. All the flooring, all of it.
You said all the windows. Do you remember what
Everything.
year that was again? I know the garage is 09. I'm trying to remember what year the windows you said.
I couldn't.
It must have been. It must have been. I think you said it was in the last couple of years. But you said there was a warranty on that. They could just they had to pay some money and they can. I took a picture.
So he's videoing.
Yeah.
I take it he's not.
Can I bring pizza home for supper? I guess I can cook tonight.
Yeah. Now, shall we get out of here?
You're fine there, but that's.
Let's go in here. Let's go in here. We'll discuss this.
I took a picture of every page in your blue.
Now that we have our new office here, what a difference this makes with a 60 watts to 100.
Yeah.
Two 100s.
Yeah.
So basically, you think about here's the energy. Each one of those is 13
Are they
watts.
LEDs?
13, 13, 13, 13.
Yeah.
So you got 52 watts you're using.
Versus the 300-400.
60, 60, 60, 60.
Or 60, yeah.
240.
Yeah.
And you got 40% better lighting.
Right. Yeah.
And they're LEDs.
Just cost a little bit though.
Here's the
They're getting better though, the prices.
here's the window. Here's the window thing when they did this. This is 2011. Date of installation 11
Okay.
11/23 2011.
Yeah. All this happened.
Everybody here's you got a 79 house and everybody's like, oh,
Yeah.
I want an old home.
Well, that's you know what I did is they said that, and then I just started rattling off like 2 paragraphs of everything that's been done in this house, and that's when they came back and said,
yeah,
you know,
well, you come and look at the house because this house I call it a sleeper. Yeah. You look out from the road, it's like,
yeah,
who cares?
yeah,
It's just another house. You walk in here and you walk through that glass door and you walk and you see through the river.
Mm.
And when the sun is sparkling on that river, it's like it's like a fire. It's like you're watching a fireplace. It's like now you just kind of get lost in it. You know, there's some magic to this house. You know, this thing, I don't know if it's a horse next door. I don't know what's going on, but things are changing. Yeah, the propane bills, when we tally all this stuff up, I would say probably, I don't know what I would say for a bill. I'd say probably, for right now, this time of year, it's probably gonna be about, probably just about a little bit less than $200.
For all the
But
energy?
that's keeping the hot tub going.
Okay.
I go take the hot tub out of the loop, I'm back down to Canyon Drive stuff.
Yeah. Oh, maintenance for the pool. How much does that run you?
I didn't do anything with it this last year except for I had to replace the rope on it. I had to have them replace the rope on it. We paid $500 for that pool cover. You turn the key and it
Yeah.
comes off. You turn the key and it goes back on. Either way, it should work no matter what.
So
They had to come and they had to replace things on it and fix and replace the rope on it.
Oh, okay.
But we did not have them put the pool in service. I did sample testing and we filled it back. Let's see, no, we didn't fill it back up. We cleaned the pool. We cleaned the pool, and it's probably never been as clean as it is right now. And we have sand tubes for sand across the cover, where that's what they said that you're supposed to do. You don't get the mice and the leaves and the rest of the stuff underneath there, and then when you open your pool up, then you got lots of crap that's in there.
Okay.
And frogs and whatever. So I did all that stuff. We cleaned it, skimmed everything, whatever.
Okay.
I blew it out this year. I talked to them about the sand filter. How if you change the sand? They said probably never. You backflush that. You backwash it. And then they have certain things that go into that. And we have a whole complete book on that pool.
Okay.
And there's a piece that you go buy that goes into a housing out there, and that is your chlorine unit and all that stuff. You don't have to worry about anything else.
Okay.
You know?
So,
So to heat it and get it fired off for the year, they have a big propane heater out there. So there's a big line that runs right all the way through this, all the way underneath the house here, you
Okay.
know, all the way over to that thing.
okay.
And it's going to take you probably 200 gallons or more just to get that thing up to your temperature. And I'm like asking, why didn't they put a black cover on it? The guy looked at me and said, I like you. How come nobody thinks like you? I said, well, it's stupid that they put this blue cover on here. You want a black one.
Yeah.
Solar.
Yeah, retract the light. Yeah. I mean, you have to let the heat from the sun.
You know, people want the color. They want the color. So whatever. It's like, I'm not going to worry about it. So
Is
anyway,
that what the cover's for? Is for trapping the heat?
No, it is not.
The kids?
It is to keep the leaves and
Oh,
the
the
debris
leaves.
the leaves and the
Okay.
debris out.
Because I was just thinking that doesn't keep kids from falling in.
No, you can actually, if you fell on that, you could get up and walk off of it.
Oh, yeah?
They say you get 20 people to stand on that thing.
20 people?
Yep. I wouldn't go try it. I would try it, but if you went and walked on it right now, you could walk across it if you want to. It's frozen.
Okay.
The top is frozen. I don't know how far it's frozen.
So you left the water in there?
You have to leave the water in there.
Oh, or else it collapses?
You have to drain it down. You have to drain the pool about this far down, where the discharges from the filters that blow into the pool. There's one over on that end,
Yeah.
and there's one over on this end. One's on that side, one's on this side, and they blow and they stir the pot, if you will. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to take the water down to that level to blow that out, and then put the covers on them. You have to put the covers back on them. Okay. Now, in the summer, when you're going to put it back in service, all you have to do is open the cover, reach your hand down in there, and then take the cover off, and go and take the other cover off. That's all you have to do in the summer. But in the wintertime, you have to have it blown out.
So you drop it down, so it blows out,
And then you have to fill it back up. And that's an 11,700 gallon pool.
Jeez, wow.
So you're putting another probably 4,000 gallons back into it.
Okay.
And I use exclusively rural, not
well water.
No rural water. Rural water. You only use the raw water.
Okay.
And when you go test it, it's all perfect.
That's good.
And then when I was filling it up, I had a chlorine tablets, big ones,
Yeah.
that I had it in a plastic bucket, and I had the water splashing on that all the time, so it was chlorinate the water.
Okay.
So these kind of pools, you cannot drain them. If you drain them, the sides will cave in on them.
Okay.
So.
Interesting. Okay.
And the vinyl and the pool has like a 20-year warranty.
Really?
But I don't know if that's just to the original buyers or whatever.
Okay.
But Associated Pools
What's
is Associated Pools is the people that put that in here. Let me get some. Let me see if he's.
What is the side? Is it like tile or is it concrete or is it a vinyl? Is that what you said? Vinyl?
What's that?
The walls of the pool?
Vinyl.
Vinyl. Okay.
That's vinyl. This one's going to stay with the house too. These propane safety rules. And nobody told me who they used for
Maintenance.
no, for getting propane. Here's all the information about the swimming pool. Here's an owner's manual for the pool cover. Here's the guys, you can call these guys. Here's the guy who designed the pool, Don Volk.
Let me take a picture of it. I'll stick with this card here.
Well, the guy gets his finger out. Here, do it that way.
Okay.
So he's the guy that actually designed the pool. Here's everything about how to do this thing.
Okay.
It's all in his name. Everything about the pool. Here's the spa heater. Here's everything. Everything. In pool limited. 25 years. In pool, the vinyl material. Okay. Okay.
Wait. By the original retail consumer purchaser.
Warranty is enforceable only by the original return person with the term of the warranty. Okay.
Yeah, so.
Oh, Gene Nichols still around.
Yeah.
Gene, we have power in our pool. So anyway, no, we got everything about. There's all kinds of
Charge for cleaning.
Yeah, how you deal with things, what you do, and whatever. But these windows all can get transferred over. They're all really good windows.
You said the pool takes 22. Was it 2,000 gallons?
11,700 gallon pool. It's a 14 by 28.
But to get it heated up and ready to go.
It's going to take hundreds of gallons of propane to bring that up to temperature. And you're not going to do this before June. This is what they'd have to go through. U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, this is their numbers.
Okay, hold on, let me take a picture of it. That's good there.
Hold on, let me get it so you can read it. Oh, let me get it down below there, boat dock information.
Yep.
So this is who you deal with right here in Bismarck, and then you would also have to deal with the application here for if you want to put a dock on there or whatever. Now, they need to understand what the rules are before they're going to get gung-ho about thinking they're going to go put a dock in. What they're going to do instead of a dock is they're going to put a pontoon down there or a boat down there, and then nobody can get on your boat. But if you put a dock down there, anybody can get on your dock. And it's like, what? I put $4,000 worth of gear down there, and they can get on my dock?
Right.
And they said, well, it's on sovereign land. It's public land. Okay, well then I put a boat down there. Can I get on my boat? No, it's private property. And it's like, okay, well,
because it's attached or something.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's different. Yeah. Anyway, no, we got you covered every way we look at it.
All right. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're fine. There's bug gobbles in me.
I did This
Okay.
has new light in here too. This has got a nice bright light in here. And this, if
Yep.
you're asking what this was for, this was when they had cable television coming in here. They had they
Okay.
had their piece of apparatus in here this way. This wasn't in here. They had their glider
Yeah. The TV
where
there.
the TV was right there.
Yeah. Right.
I took that out of there and fixed the walls.
Okay.
And then I took the cable back out of there. We use a leaf antenna. We use the antenna. And we just hang that antenna on this. So if you ever see that antenna thing here, that's,
Okay.
we pick up like 14 channels.
Okay.
So is he coming in here too?
I think he's about done.
Okay. I don't know why that isn't done the way it is.
Thank you guys for letting us come in here.
Well,
Really appreciate that.
well,
You too, Anna. Thank you.
Yeah.
well, that's going to be interesting to see the movie,
Yeah.
if you will. You get done with that.
Yeah. Damon does nice work.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Let's see. Are you still in here, Damon?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, here's, there's everything from the fireplace, everything.
Mhm.
But anyway, getting back to talking about that fireplace, there's certain kind of material you go buy, and you're supposed to make it into like dime sized pieces, and then you're supposed to place it by the flame, and it gives you the effect of the red ember. See that?
Okay.
That's what it does. They had so much stuff thrown on there that all of that stuff was covered, and we were getting soot in there all the time.
Wow.
And this was getting discolored around here and around here, and it's like, I gotta clean that up.
Mm.
So I started cleaning it up, and I started looking at what it was that they did.
Mhm.
They took a whole bag of this stuff that's good for like 5 times, and they threw all of it on top of everything and made
Jeez.
it look like it was glowing fire everywhere. But the burners cannot be covered up. See how the blue flames are?
So it was just stifling it. It was just
It was not letting the
yeah.
gas come through.
Right.
So there's only certain places that right back there where the big flame is coming out,
Yeah.
that big flame was licking the top of this thing
Hmm.
because that's the only place the flame could come out. But you have to achieve a neutral flame, meaning that blue.
Yeah.
It has to be a blue flame. It can't be a yellow flame. That means it's carburizing. It means it's too gas rich. You have to have more oxygen introduced to it. I know all of this not just from common sense, but from being a welder
Mhm.
and having to light a torch
I see. Yeah.
and do stuff. She told you this stays with the house.
She did not, but
That stays with the
I know
house.
now.
I think it does. This is going to stay with the house too. That Weber grill. That's plumbed in. You
Okay.
just come out here and light it, and it's a good grill.
Okay.
This stays with the house. Nice grill. We've used it a number of times. Cooked like nobody's business. We had an eagle
Oh,
sitting
this
in the
is
tree
pretty.
last week.
Really?
That
Yeah.
was really special.
Yeah. Damon said he came out here. He's scared of pheasant.
Well, the pheasants are coming in what the seed. See my feeder? I have it designed this way that I can walk up there and fill it up. That's what this is. And I designed a way to take a cap, and I can take this. I pop this off here. I'm not gonna do it because
Cool.
seed's gonna fall off
Yeah.
here.
Right. Right.
But I go and I scoop my stuff, pop the cap on here,
Oh, I see.
go take the top, put it in there. I've got to patent this, and then retire. But anyway, I walk out there and do that, and then what the birds spill and they don't eat,
Mhm.
then either the rabbit gets it or the pheasants. So now, with all the dogs not running anymore, now the pheasants are starting to come. In the mornings we have like 30 birds that are shot right here. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. So
So you guys, did you find a house you're interested in, and everyone still
not
looking?
yet. We're not there.
Do you want
I really do like the one down there on South
South
Fork.
Park? Yeah.
I don't you know, you can't tell me enough about it to make me bite right here, just because of, okay, where I'm getting in the film there.
Here, Mike,
Just,
I'm wrapped up, so.
okay, just because of who owns the fences on it? I mean, are those fences owned, even any of them owned by him? Or is it owned by the guy next door? Who
Yeah,
is it?
yeah,
Because if I go down there, those fences are toast. I'm putting up new ones.
yeah, yeah.
And it's gonna be steel, and it's gonna be tubing, and it's gonna be going around the whole thing.
Mhm.
And if I want the dogs or whatever not to come, then the bottom part of it's gonna be
Yeah.
screen and that you can't go
Here's
through
what
it.
I know. Um, I did try to. I went as far as I could. What we have to do is I have to go down there and get a metal detector in there, and figure it out where because
Where a
the
pen would
yeah
be?
because
Well, is there an abstract that tells you a dimension?
well it might
Well,
but
like Mars tells us a dimension. You will go out and you will find a pin out there. It will go this far, this, and it's this wide. You see what I'm saying?
yeah
That lot would have to have a, you know, that lot would have to have something
yeah
that way.
yeah. What we could do, and maybe you don't
But
want to do this, but one thing we could do is we could have it, contingent on where the property boundaries are, if that was a a deal breaker.
well, it should be pretty straightforward. That's just kind of an odd shaped way that that
Yeah,
lot is.
yeah,
But then again, then there's that access to that wildlife area that it comes down, it's all defined, but it aims right at the shed that's there. And then it disappears 50 feet, 40 feet before the shed.
hmm
And it's like,
yeah,
how do you like define that?
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
what can I do there? You know, and I'm not saying I couldn't get the county down there to deal with it, but I know that that fence that's on the back to that open field, that big open field that I told
hmm
you was sold,
hmm
that's got like 5 strands of barbed wire on it. It's tall and it goes the whole field, so
yeah,
you can't tell me that that belongs to him. Somebody else was keeping something in that big animals, like an elk.
yeah,
Somebody's keeping something in, or they wanted to keep deer out, one
hmm
or the other.
hmm
So
okay,
anyway, well, thank you.
Thank you. It's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
okay.